Welcome back to the channel. In a recent video I reacted to some TikTok martial arts. Today we're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to narrow it down to the self-defense niche. We're going to see what TikTok self-defense has to say. We're going to see if it's actually possible to agree with some TikTok self-defense. See if there's good stuff out there, bad stuff out there, and everything in between. I'll tell you something that has only good stuff in it. It's my flexibility program. 12 weeks of structured flexibility routines. No equipment needed. Once you get it, you have it forever. So you can start it at any time. Go and acquire the key to achieving maximum flexibility. First link in the description. Okay, we're going to hop straight into this and we're just going to search up self-defense on TikTok. We're going to go to videos and we're going to see what we can find. Here we go. Okay, we've got a Muay Thai self-defense technique. So if someone comes at you with a kick, you block it. Yep.
Causing the opponent intense pain. Then,
yeah, that's valid.
You can jump up and deliver a powerful kick to their chest area. Potentially inducing.
I think the jump kick is maybe a bit unnecessary. I mean, it works, definitely works. But in that situation, just a normal front kick will do, just a normal push kick, a teep. And also, that would work if someone came at you with a leg kick, but the chances are someone's not going to come at you in the street with a leg kick. So, but it's better to be prepared for every situation rather than to not be prepared. So yeah, I agree with that.
Hey, watch where you're going. Go.
Oh, okay, yeah, look at that. Prime bit of self-defense there. Someone knocks past you, spin kick him in the face.
When you are pushed by what could be an aggressor, you always want to underreact. You don't kick them. You don't have to go and strike them. You don't have to do any of those things that are righteous violence oriented, because violence is not right. In fact, violence is the enemy of humanity. So when the person does push you and they're an aggressor, what they're going to do,
to be honest, just you don't need to do anything in that situation,
because their goal is to see if they can cause you fear.
Yeah.
If you get back away from them, you actually make them feel that you are scared of them, and this will make them want to attack if they're predatory. So you want to close the...
To be honest, the best thing to do in that situation, if someone shoulder barges you, is just to ignore it and like walk on, you know? I mean, it happens in like when you're in like a busy city and stuff, like you're walking past people, sometimes you will accidentally get that, so they might not have even meant anything by it. I feel like if someone shoulder barges you when you walk past, you know, just maybe check behind you to see if they're not, you know, about to punch you in the face, but just ignore it, that kind of thing. Something that minute is not worth getting riled up about.
So be calm and talk to them calm. Sir, I apologize.
Well, you don't even need to
even though he
talk
bumped
to him,
me,
really.
I'm going to apologize to him. Also show the witnesses that. If he tries to attack from here, we're able to go to the throat.
I mean, yeah, like if there's not really any need to even talk, just ignore it. Like just don't interact. But obviously, if someone has like, you know, stopped you and is just like getting a bit aggressive, then yeah, just make it look like you're in the defense, like you're not the aggressor, because that will not work out well for you in sort of legal terms.
To the eyes as need be, because these are intelligent options to increase your survivability.
Yeah, that's another thing. In the street, you can't use. I mean, you can, but in the street, things that are not legal in organised combat sports are going to happen, like eye gouges, biting, scratching, pulling your hair, stuff like that. So if that's all you can think of in the moment is to, you know, scratch at their eyes, then it's better than nothing. If someone is actually, you know, attacking you, then do whatever you got to do. Bite them. If someone's got their arm around your neck or something, yeah, little cheeky bite, that might you know, that might help you out.
Grab from behind. This is what you do.
Okay,
choked,
let's see.
You can't breathe. You've got to move fast.
Yep.
Get a breath. If you think you're going to pull
I suppose
forward,
you do have to move fast,
you're
yeah.
going to go down. Down. Simply smell your own armpit. And in mealtime?
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I feel like there's not much you can do when someone's got their arm wrapped around your neck like that. If they come from behind and they've either given you like a bear hug, or, you know, I mean, to be honest, in a situation like that, sometimes, I mean, that works too. If someone's got you there and you're in the right position to drop a knee and throw them over your shoulder like that, then go for it. Sometimes the best thing to do there is just throw your weight back and land on them, especially if you're in the street, in the concrete, like rock solid floor. If you just literally use all of your force, jump back, throw yourself back, and they're going to land probably on their head, maybe knock them out, they're going to let go, you're going to be able to get away. Whereas obviously if you throw them, it can get them off you, it can definitely work, but then obviously they're probably not going to be, they're still going to be on you. So, I don't know, it's up to you, obviously it's up to you, but, you know, I don't disagree with what she said there. It is also quite hard to throw someone from that position. If all you've got is one arm around you like that, you haven't got a grip of one of their arms, because oftentimes with throws and stuff, you want to have a grip of one of their arms. It makes it a lot easier to throw. Whereas if all you've got is you're there like that and they've got their arm around you, it's it's quite hard to throw someone without the use of your hands. Like, you just got to drop your weight and thrust forward and hope they go over your shoulder. Sometimes they might not, but in my opinion, if someone has come and grabbed you like that, that's a pretty serious thing. That's not just someone, you know, being verbal or just giving you a little shove. Like, someone is actively trying to choke you out there. So you got to do what you got to do. I would personally probably slam myself back. You know, hopefully, well, not hopefully, but you know, hopefully they will then let go.
Being strangled. This is
It's the same woman. What happens if you're being strangled?
Attack. Chop.
Chop.
Away.
Karate chop. Yeah, I mean, that one I maybe disagree with a little bit.
Being strangled. This is what you do.
Because what she do there, she just
yourself.
put her arms up.
Attack. Chop.
Because if someone has a really strong grip of your collar like that, doing that is probably not going to let them, you know, release. Because especially, obviously, if you're a woman and it's a man attacking you, obviously the man is naturally, in most cases, going to be a little bit physically stronger. So doing that might not get them to release you. And then now you've done that, it hasn't worked, and they've seen you trying to get out, so they're just going to start, doing whatever. So to be honest, if they've got you like that, if we go back to the position she had there. Okay, here we go. So if we look at this position here that I've paused, she's got her like that. I'm assuming like grabbed by the collar around the neck maybe. Look at the lady in black. Look at how much she is open, especially in the groin area. If that's a man holding you like that, a quick, send your knuckle into the groin, because obviously, again, this is the street, there's no rules. Send your knuckle into the groin, that's going to drop any man. If you do it with, like, even a quick flick can send a man to his knees. All you need is that instant flick, that's going to loosen them, even if just for a second, it's going to loosen them, and then you can, throw in other stuff. Personally, that's probably what I would do in that situation. You don't need to worry about all this, like, there's no secret technique to doing all this chop and then push. Like, the chop is also kind of a little bit unnecessary, I guess, because, well, it's not unnecessary, but I just don't think you'd even get to that point. Like, just make it quick. Strike to the groin, bang, they're going to loosen up, and you're just going to crack them, and then that's it, you're done. You might not even need to punch them. Bang, they've loosened, you can push them off, you're free, go, run away. Maybe I don't really think that's what you should do in that situation.
Because half the time, if you were ever in a fight with someone and they start just swinging at you, if you have good defense, you stand there with your hands.
Oh, I've seen this clip before.
You just wait.
It's true.
Let them swing. Keep moving. You wait.
It's true.
You wait. How long are you going to be able to do this? What, you got 30 seconds in you?
Yeah. That's the thing.
You just wait.
Yeah, so what you're saying there is, like, the average person who's going to be starting you on the street is probably not trained, because if someone is trained, they're also not going to be swinging at you like that anyway, randomly. But yeah, someone who's not trained is not going to realise how difficult fighting is. They're going to be swinging for a good 10, 20 seconds, and then they're going to be gassed. The adrenaline's going to go, they're going to have a dump, and they're literally just going to be, like, so tired they can't even move. And at that point, you can either get away, or if you need to, you can finish off the fight yourself. If you're trained, you should be trained in defense and evasion. So just dodge everything they're doing. Dodge all the punches, because obviously they're also going to be really telegraphed. They're going to be coming at you with wild swings. Dodge everything. Get away if you can. You've only got to escape them for about 20 or 30 seconds, like Joe said there. You haven't got to escape them for long. You haven't got to evade them for long before their strikes are going to be getting really easy to dodge. After the first 10 seconds, to be honest. The most dangerous a street fighter or an attacker is going to be is in the first 10 seconds, because that's when they've got most of their energy, or all of their energy. Obviously different if they have weapons. If they have, like, a knife or something, then obviously it's a bit more difficult to just evade, because obviously you might get caught. But yeah, that is true what he's saying.
Escaping a schoolyard headlock.
Okay, schoolyard headlock. Here we go.
Do you know what to do in a headlock?
I'd probably go for a little sweep there, to be honest.
Lots of things to think about there.
Someone's got you in a headlock, I'd probably whip my arms around this side of the body, take the back leg. Hang on, let me demonstrate this. Before he tells us what we're doing here, just imagine someone's got me in a headlock this side. Right, that's hard to imagine because I haven't, there's no one there. But if someone's got me in a headlock, what I would do is probably get my foot behind and sweep them, throw them that way. It's not very elegantly done there. But yeah, that's probably what I'd do. Just bang, take them back. You might go down a little bit because they might have your head, but then they're on the floor, you're on top of them, and then you can start wailing on them. I'd excuse the atrocious fit here. today. I'm just in pretty comfy clothes today, so I didn't dress up for the occasion. I'm just wearing a tank top. But yeah, that's probably what I would do. See what he does.
He comes over, right? Just relax.
Yeah, I'd probably rip your arm through there so you've got it across his body and then throw him backwards.
If I build this habit, the more he pulls in, better my chances are of getting away. That's like the best case scenario.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good scenario because chances are, if someone's got you in a tight headlock, you can't just slip out
This is tight.
like that.
You didn't get your hand up in time. Okay? We need to go to
See, he's the guy in the headlock there has already got the leverage, I guess, if that's the right word to use. He's got his body behind this guy. He just needs to slip his arm through, and then he's got that counter force to push him over his legs. Like he's already got his legs in the pretty much correct position now.
Make a hole with my leg.
See what he does here. Yeah, all that just on the back of the shoulder, rip him back. Or even grab the hair. If this guy here's got quite long hair, grab the hair, rip him back, and he's done.
Space for him to fall into.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said, I suppose.
Headlock, nice and tight.
Yeah, and obviously he's still got him in the headlock there, but yeah, that's pretty much what I would do as well. Because in that situation, you've got not the upper hand because you're in a headlock, but you've got like all the tools there. All you need to do is push him in the right direction, and he's going to fall over you naturally. So that's a fairly not simple, but it's a fairly like out of the few headlocks that someone could get you into, that's probably one of the nicer ones to get out of.
Forearm on face, hand press. Use your body, push and open that up. I got lucky, I trapped the arm. Not to worry about that.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much correct. I don't disagree with that at all. With a headlock like that, that's probably the best bet. Okay.
When someone slapped you in the face.
Bit of an excessive response to a push, don't you think?
Clamp the attack with the big arm.
Oh, I guess I didn't see that. I didn't see the slap in the first one, so fair enough. Someone tries to slap you there, tried to assault you, so then you can kind of let loose a little bit.
Then kick the other party in the chest with his foot.
That was a powerful teep, sent him flying into next week. He's out of the screen, look. 2.9 million likes, that's so many likes.
When someone slapped you in the face.
I mean, to be honest,
clamp the attack with the big arm.
That's like fine and everything. Obviously, the teep is good because it makes distance between you, and obviously that's what you want in the street, is to get as much distance between you and the attacker as possible. But to be honest, in that situation, block the slap, crack him in the face, and then you're done anyway. Because chances are, if you're like trained, one smack in the face, not smack, but one punch in the face is gonna deter someone from coming again. If you hit them right, so. There's honestly no need. There was like 3 attacks there. There's only a need for 1, really. But obviously, if they're staying on you, then a teep is definitely good to use. That's definitely one of the best kicks for self-defense is a front kick / teep. Just to get them away, because the best way to survive if you're being attacked is just create distance. If they're not close to you, unless they have a gun, which is different, but if they're not close to you, they can't get you. So yeah, maintain your distance.
Little arm.
But yeah, personally, what I would do here is block that. Literally just come straight in with a punch. They're going to take a second to process what you've just done, and then you can get out of there anyway. Yeah, don't take that punch. Okay. I mean, it's a cool move. It looks cool. Definitely, it's like, I mean, it's good for movie fights. It's good if you're filming a movie choreography, but definitely don't try that in the street. Like 100%. That is one thing that I can say you definitely shouldn't try it, because not everyone can pull that sweep off, and also there are so many more simple things that you should do before trying to do that. Self-defense of women. See, that's a bit misleading, because you're going to have women now thinking that they can do that if a man comes and attacks them. Because also that leg sweep there is not the most effective. Like if you were going to go for a sweep, which I maybe wouldn't anyway, but if you were, that's probably the worst one you could use, because you're doing a spin which already just puts you off balance a little bit, and that's not the most effective sweep anyway. Like getting in close to them and having your leg behind them to throw them over that leg is probably going to be the easiest one to get them over. So yeah, just don't do that. Take my advice, don't do that. Should you use your keys to punch?
Hit somebody with keys in your hand? It doesn't feel good. It's a myth. Okay? Unless maybe like, oh, I put my keys through there and I can use it as a weapon to puncture him. It's a whole bunch of bullshit, guys. Okay? Don't use your keys unless you're trying to get in your car, or unless maybe you train with it. Use something else in your pocket, though, if you want to try and have an equalizer. A lighter in the hand does a real good job. Okay, you can buy a sweet-ass Kobo, right? Get the...
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's like it's quite difficult to punch with a key in between your fingers, but at the same time, I know that sometimes walking home at night, especially for women, is like quite scary sometimes. So having a key at the ready is sometimes the only thing that people have. So I think if that's the only thing you have, and if it makes you feel safe to, have your key at the ready, maybe put it in between your knuckles just in case. There's nothing wrong with that. Because obviously, I'm not sure what he means by when he says that it's not going to work. Like, I agree, punching without a key would be better, especially if you're trained. But if it makes you feel safe, then just do whatever. Like, just carry a key in your hand. Better safe than sorry. The underappreciated headbutt. Let's see this.
What, you think you're Scottish? You think you're bad?
He's English. He did that with glasses as well. Oh, he's cut him. He's cut him. See, that's a bit of an underrated move. That's the glasses secret special attack. I'm assuming a bit of the plastic has probably just cut him there. I mean, it worked. But again, a headbutt probably wouldn't be the first port of call in a street situation like that. You've got a couple pretty good weapons on your hands here that I would definitely choose over a headbutt. Because headbutt, imagine the aura loss, right? If you headbutted someone and it knocked you out and not them. Because it's definitely possible. Because you're still shaking your brain against your cranium when you do that. Like, imagine you'd never get over that, and your friends would never stop ripping into you for that if you headbutted someone and knocked yourself out. Oh, I've seen this clip before. I've reacted to this before, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, don't try doing that, because like what he's saying there is that even both guys have a weapon on him. Don't try and disarm one and then turn around to the other one, because for instance as well, if you try and do that on the first one, sure, it can work, but what if it doesn't? What if he pulls that gun away, you've missed, the guy behind you still has a gun, you're going to get blasted in the back and then the head. To be honest, the best way to survive there is just do whatever the people with the gun are telling you to do. If someone has a gun to your head and is saying, give me your money, money's going to come back, but your brain matter that's splattered all over the pavement won't come back. So in that situation, don't try and be a hero. Don't try and smack a gun away. Just comply. Do whatever you can.
I don't want to fight, man. I don't want to fight. Straight punches are always going to be faster than circular punches.
Yeah, I agree with that.
People tend to throw haymakers because they think
I definitely agree with that. I would always opt for a straight punch over a hook punch in the street.
To the punch with a straight punch, a straight palm strike. If you do ever hit, make sure you hit again. Yeah. The rest of the fight is going to...
Straight punches are just more direct. Like you were saying there, they're faster, they're more direct, that they're sort of easier to aim as well. Because a hook punch, it's got power, you can twist your hips into it, but you can also twist your hips into a straight punch, and you can place your knuckles like right on their nose or their chin, wherever you want it, mouth, more chance of landing. Just, yeah, in a street situation, in a real situation, I would always go for straight punches rather than hooks. Unless you obviously find yourself in a perfect situation. If someone's come a bit too close for a straight punch, then maybe you can whip in a hook. But, most of the time, I would definitely go for a straight punch.
It'd be up to you. Stay safe out there. Hey, don't want to fight, man.
I agree with him there. I've seen a few of his videos now. He's got some quite good views. That was one of his pinned videos.
The easiest self-defense
move
to teach kids. One of the easiest self-defense moves to teach kids is the rear grab. It involves a minimal number of steps, and it looks pretty cool too. So when someone comes up from behind you and they reach over and they're grabbing around your neck,
pretty standard.
Backwards and to drag me away.
Yeah,
so what we teach to...
like I said before, when the lady was telling you how to defend, it was pretty much the same as that, like a grab from behind around the neck. If they're pulling you back like that, you're not actually going to be able to get enough weight down to flip that guy over your shoulder. Like, it's not very likely, which is what I was saying earlier. Here, this would be another good opportunity to just throw yourself back, to be honest. Because if you've got the adrenaline pumping and you use all of your energy to just swing all of your weight back and land on him, that's probably more chance of surviving.
You just have to drop in base, spread those feet, and then we're going to grab that arm and pull down. We want to minimize the choke.
Yeah, get some air.
Next, we step back with the same side leg he has forward. And we always know that because that's the hand that's reaching over.
He's talking about doing a throw here, I think. He's about to chuck him over the hip. See, this is slightly different. Okay, maybe that's not what he was going to do.
Direction and bow.
Yeah, okay, so that's not what I thought he was going to do there. That's, in my opinion, a bit too many steps. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not, that could work. But what I thought he was going to do there, which was what I was about to sort of almost praise him for, was... Well, not almost praise him for. I was about to praise him for was the lady before said to just sort of drop straight down where you are and get him over the shoulder, which is very unlikely. You need a lot of strength to do that. Whereas what he did there was he kind of created a bit, he rotated, created a bit of, almost a bit of space between them. And then I thought he was going to go over the hip instead, which would have been a better option. Because throwing someone over the hip is a bit easier than throwing someone over the shoulder, in my opinion. But what he did there, I don't know what he did. He did a couple of extra steps there. Obviously, he dropped in his base, which is good, lower your center of gravity. I thought from there he was just going to rotate, and because in that position, in my opinion, that extra step that he's doing there maybe is not so necessary, because if he's already got the leg hooked behind there, all he needs to do is rotate with a lot of torque, and that guy's going to go over that leg. So he's already got it in the right position, so I'm not sure there was much need to actually move that leg the second time. But yeah, it works. If you can get your legs in that position, then obviously that works too. That is not going to end. That was a pretty hard punch for a kid. What was that? That must be like satire. Okay, let's see this. Boxing / MMA. Kickboxing / Muay Thai. Krav Maga stance. Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty similar. But what he says about the Krav Maga stance is, I agree with that one, because that's more like a, not just because it's a Krav Maga stance, but more because it's just defensive position. That's what I would always opt in for. If someone was like being aggressive, you put your hands up and like make it look like you don't want to fight. Because if you put your hands up like that, to everyone watching, to any cameras watching, it looks like you're ready for a fight, and it looks like you could be seen as like the instigator. So always just, put your hands up as if you're saying like, no, I don't want anything to do with it and stuff like that. In terms of like feet position, leg position, just set yourself up to fight basically. Even if you know that you shouldn't fight and you don't want to, you need to set yourself up in case it does kick off. So just, take one leg behind, get yourself in your normal like fighting stance, but don't look like you're going to fight. Just be careful. That's honestly the best way to go about it, is be absolutely ready. If the instant something kicks off, be absolutely ready to kick off with it, but make it look like you're being defensive. That's always the best option. Okay, that's where we're going to end it for today's video. I quite enjoyed that. I might do some more videos like that, reacting to stuff on TikTok. Let me know if you did enjoy. Please drop a like and also a comment. Let me know what other stuff you'd like to see me react to. And check out my flexibility program. The first link is in the description of this video. You will not regret it. I've had hundreds of people DM me saying how much it's improved their martial arts and their life. Because being flexible is not just about martial arts. It's about improving your quality of life. Everything is more comfortable when you're flexible. Sitting on the sofa, sitting on the floor. If you're unflexible, you can't cross your legs because it's uncomfortable. If you've got that flexibility and mobility in your hips and your legs, everything becomes more comfortable. Sitting in your car, driving to work, you're less chance of getting injured. There are literally no downsides to being more flexible. So go check that out if you are interested. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.